Hello, Brother Munro here with, well, not a ship I thought I would actually do, but yes, it is the Super Battleship, which, if the game will let me, we're gonna go for a 100,000 ton Super Battleship. That's right. Who needs subtlety when you can have a Super Battleship? Cost, who cares about cost? But like the rest of the Munro Design Yards things, this thing is going to be scary because it's going to be 30 knots capable with very long range. Okay. Diesel, nagebenfro. That's extremely weird looking, but okay. Yeah, if everyone who saw you is dead and wasn't able to radio your position. Tell you what, let's go for coincidence. It's more fun. Hydro, phone, radio, radar. Very standard setup we've got there. Normally I'm going with auxiliary turboelectrics and all sorts of things, but I'm going to go for the turboelectric drive 2 and the shaft 3, just in the hopes of making this thing turn at some point. Yeah, we're going to need all these things. We're going to use tube powder, of course. I'm going to remember to put the autoloaders on first this time. Okay, this, and we want probably at least anti-torpedo 3 and a trunk bottom hull, because this thing would definitely be a target for submarines and things. Guns, obviously, Super Battleship. We're going to go with 20-inch guns, because of course we are. Oh god, wait. Oh god. I'm going to have to make the ship bigger, aren't I? Yeah, 100,000 tons. It's like, no, let's go for the mega battleships. Oh, even if we go all the way up to the 109,000, it's still moaning at me. See, that made surprisingly... Oh no, it does make a difference. So, as I said, very long range is a common feature of all the MDY mini-series ships. Basically so that every ship in the fleet can operate in the same fashion. So they can all go 30 knots, they all have very long range. The trouble is getting this thing to actually work, because I don't think a super battleship can do this. Right. Well, that gets us closer. The other option is having fewer guns, but I mean, hang on. Who says we have to build ships like Americans? When we can build ships like the French. Two quad. Yeah, 2 quad guns at the front. Kind of works. You know, it makes sense. Yes. Okay. There we go. Yep, 2 quads. Saves weight. Right, guns. We're going to be going for 6-inch secondary guns. Apologies for my dog. And 4-inch. pretty standard setup for me. Other new builds, yeah, secondaries. That'll do. Oh, excuse me, that is my door. I will be back in a moment. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, hopefully you've been entertaining yourselves. Yeah, that works. I'm sure that's totally sensible. Perfectly balanced. 200 million. Positively sensible for a ship this size. Holy hell. 12-inch belt, of course. How much tonnage do we have? Oh, we have 300 to play around with. Be nice if we had a little bit more here. That's it. Nah. Nothing. There you go. I'm sure this is fine. Not sure I'd ever build a ship like this in the campaign, but who knows? 200 mil and 300,000 a month. Okay. Well, I guess we can try her. It's certainly not super battleship armor, it's regular battleship armor. When you start including things like practicality in your builds, it starts becoming a little bit more difficult. Has the AI copied me? Please tell me the AI has copied me. They have! Except they have even more guts. What the hell, AI? Oh well, so you're 2 quads. We'll go for 4 triples! Yes, okay, so this is the battle of the silly ship. Yeah, I can't imagine building, like, particularly compared to the other ships in this series. This thing, with its 2 quad guns up front, would definitely be, and comparing it to the Battleship 2s with their 18-inch guns, I think this, rather than, yeah, they would form the line that would continually keep up a steady, barrage of fire, whereas this thing, probably only have one of, would go in to basically scare the enemy away. Is kind of how I see it. Like, this is just the thing to point in the direction of the enemy and make them run away, as far as I'm concerned. Because it is a big boy. Still, yeah. When you start including things like range, radios, I mean, this thing is fast for a ship with this armor. This thing is quite not armament. This thing is pretty speedy at 30 knots. Oh, got a couple of hits. going away from us? See? They're running away. Works. So damage the main gun. An oil tanker. Well, mine's a bit of an oil tankery. But we've both gone for the compensation. Compensating look. Yeah, this is definitely French inspired. There's is kind of a Nelson +1. Oh, and there they explode. That's the problem with putting that many guns on a super battleship. It is a stupidly fast ship for its size. Like, the concept of, yeah, a 109,000 ton battleship going at 30 knots is horrendous. See, our flash fire chance is only 3%, but theirs must have been a lot higher because, yeah, that's basically one hit kill. Which is exactly what this thing is good at. They're only standard shells, but tube powder 20-inch shells. Like, there's not much. If you look at the penetration table for this thing. So, at typical engagement range of these things, where you have a reasonable accuracy, so say 10,000 meters, these things go through. Yeah, if they're running Crit 4 and all the rest of it, about 8 inches of deck armour, which is way more than most ships will have, and an absolutely terrifying 22 inches of belt. So yeah, there's not much that can stand up to this kind of firepower. There really isn't. And as you see, it just headshot, boom, kills enemy ships. Anyway, those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for joining me for this last, for now, Munro Design Yards Presents video. Those of you on Twitch, we're going to kind of wrap things up because it's getting towards the end of my stream time. But thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye-bye.